was even heavier. You know what I'm saying? So, we had that little incident. Like, they pulled up. Jay called me. It was either Jay or Chief. I think Chief called me, and he was like, "Man, we want to come over there, and want to come over there, man. I got Jay with me." I'm like, "Okay, I'll come over." We over there. I'm making beats. My boy Nitty was over there. I think my other cat Kayla was over there. E over there. We just doing what we do. We either play the game, make beats, make songs or whatever, and we doing what we do. So, boom, they come over. Chief comes in. Jay's with him, and they got 3-2 with him. And I'm like, okay, that's 3-2. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I...
Did 3 usually come over there? Or?
Nah. I don't even really think I ever had met 3-2. If it did, it was something in passing. It wasn't like, he wasn't coming over there like that. Yeah, they was like, they came over and they sat down, we shooting the shit, and Jay, I remember Jay tapping me on because we were sitting on my little sofa, he tapped me on my arm, he was like, "Can I holler at you for a minute?" So we go back to my little studio, and Jay was like, he stopped me like, "Solo, I don't like what this dude been up here saying about me and my name." I'm like, "What you talking about, Jay?" You know what I'm saying? Like,
wait, they show up.
Yeah.
Y'all, after they show up, y'all kicking it for a minute, then he pulls you to the side, and this is how he comes. This is what starts the conversation.
Exactly what he said. Like, it's just me and him. We're in the back by my keyboard. He's like, "Man, I don't like what this dude, really been saying about me and my name and my business." And I'm like, "What you mean?" Yeah. He's trying to discourage people, from joining my brand. And I'm like,
they bring 3 over there and they telling you, "I don't like what 3 been to."
Just like that. And I'm like, "Oh, shit. Here we go again." So me, you know what I'm saying, at that point, like, the shooting had just happened maybe 2 months before that or whatever, when he was locked and he fresh out or whatever. And I told Jay, I was like, "Man, Jay, man, please, bro." I said just like that. I said, "Please, bro, man. Cat just got shot over here. Man, please, bro." I said just like that. I said, "Please, bro, man. Cat just got shot over here, a couple months back. My parents live next door. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you could, man, don't do them."
So they ain't sat down with everybody yet. This is just
it's just me and his conversation.
Okay.
And I forgot to leave out the main part because he said, "Man, is it okay if I slap him around in here?" That's why I had to respond like, "Hey, man, man, please, Jay, don't, my parents over there, you know what I'm saying?"
So it was a courtesy thing of like, "Hey, man, we getting ready to have this.
Yeah,
this is what's getting ready to transpire, bro."
He was letting me know, like, this is what this whole visit is about. So I'm not knowing, like, they have been calling.
Wait, and he says,
"Slap him around." Exactly. Like that. I'm like, "Shit. Yeah, bro, this shit was crazy." And I'm like, "Man, nah, it ain't okay." Basically, that's what I said. And nah, it's not okay.
So what was his response to you being like?
He was like, "I can respect that." Just like that. So, but I'm not knowing the whole time they had been trying to get a hold of Mike D to be over there because, you know what I'm saying, supposedly, I don't know, it came from him or it came from somebody, you know what I'm saying, that it got back to Rap A Lot that 3 was trying to discourage Southside cats from signing to Rap A Lot.
And Rap A Lot's thing was Mike D was the one who might have been responsible for that.
Correct.
So this whole thing was we gonna have a meeting with everybody and see who did what and who said what.
Correct. So boom, we have our conversation and we start walking back to the front of the house. You know what I'm saying? I get back to the front of the house, bro. I swear they standing by the door. They came out and they must have been outside in the cars or whatever. They was already, I guess the signal had been made or whatever, like if we move or whatever, I don't know. But when we got back to the front of the house, bro, man, these big ass cats was already sitting in my house. And 3 was big. Like 3 was big. These cats were like big. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, "Oh shit." You know what I'm saying? They were gonna do it anyway or whatever. So but they ended up not doing it, man. Mike D.
Wait, so who's all there at this time?
It's still just us. You know, me, my crew, E just me and E just looking at each other like, you know, E's silly. He's still cracking jokes. Like he don't even really. I don't think he really realized the scope of the shit until like when Mike D finally got there. You know what I'm saying? And Jay asked him.
Wait, so the whole time y'all just sitting around waiting on
We
Mike
chilling.
D?
No, we chilling. We talking, shooting the shit. At that time, I think I remember what happened. We went to the back and started listening to music or whatever. So we in the back, and then Mike D finally got there and come in. He's doing his thing or talking, and then Jay was like, "Man, was he saying this and that?" And Mike D kind of like, man, he didn't really say it, but you know what I'm saying. At that point, I don't think Jay had already kind of like proved his point of what he wanted to do.
Hey man, welcome back to another episode of Exclusive Media TV. As always, I'm Freon, and I'm here to give you the latest exclusive media content. So let's get to it. Hey man, shout out Donnie Houston, man. He's been documenting the Houston culture for the last, I want to say, maybe 3 to 4, 5 years. He done had a lot of Houston legends on there, from CEOs, artists, producers, actors, comedians. He's also a legendary producer in the city. I know he did stuff with Zero, I want to say Propane, Bun B, Slim Thug. I mean, the list goes on, man. He didn't work with a lot of dope artists, you know what I'm saying, in the city, you know what I'm saying. So shout out to Donnie Houston, and also shout out to Sean Solo Jameson, man. If you don't know who this man is, bro, I mean, I'm pretty sure you heard this man music, bro, but you might not know the face, man. But he's definitely produced a lot of Houston classics, man. We can go to Bounce and Turn by Kiki, Jam and Screw by Fat Pat, Come Ride with a Player from Grace, Too Many N-Words by Zero. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, the DEA Project, Swangin' and Bangin' with ESG. I mean, the list goes on of songs, you know what I'm saying, he done produced, man, that are hits in the city, man. Like I said, you might not know his face, you know what I'm saying, but you do know his music for sure, man. But the reason why I'm speaking on this is because he was telling a story to Donnie Houston about how around the mid-90s, how JPrince called him and, said he wanted to come over. He brought 3-2 over there, and to kind of make a long story short, I guess at the time 3-2 was telling people not to sign with Rap a lot at the time and stuff like that, which is not uncommon. I mean, I didn't hear stories like that growing up and stuff like that about JPrince, stuff like that. But making a long story short, he pretty much told Solo that he pretty much wanted to get physical with 3-2 for basically going around the city and telling people from the South Side to not sign with Rap a lot. And they waited till Mike D got over there, and JPrince asked Mike D, you know what I'm saying, is it true? Was 3-2 going around saying, telling people not to sign with Rap a lot and stuff like that? And I don't think Mike D said it was true or not. But the point I'm making about this video, man, is that we've been hearing these stories for the longest about JPrince. I mean, a lot of it is true, a lot of it is not true. But this is one of the stories that is true. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you speak on his name, you get disrespectful with him, he gonna come see about you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been telling out-of-towners for years. Other people been telling out-of-towners for years, man. JPrince is one of those guys who was built off of respect. Like, it's not about being scared of nobody and stuff like that, bro, but it's just one of the things where when somebody play with your name, bro, you supposed to stand on that. And JPrince, that's just who he is. That's just where he come from. That's the DNA he made up of. So this ain't really surprising, bro, because like, one thing about JPrince, he gonna get his respect whether you like it or not. He gonna get his respect, and he gonna make sure that he sends a clear-cut message about his respect. But anyway, he wanted to get physical with 3-2 in Solo house. Solo wasn't going for it. He basically told him, man, don't do that. A situation happened a couple months ago where somebody got hurt over here at my house. My mama and them stay next door, and if you do that at my house, man, my people not going to appreciate it. Then plus another thing too, the police might get called because the police had got called to a previous situation that happened about 4 or 5 months prior to this incident, and that would have been a whole nother thing and stuff like that. And also in that incident where somebody got hurt 4 or 5 months earlier, it was a show back in the day called City Under Siege. You know, whenever major crimes happen in the city, you know, they would go to the scene and record it and stuff like that. So I'm sure Solo, they want that type of publicity again at his mama house, because City Under Siege was at, not his mama house, his house, because City Under Siege was at his house when someone got hurt 4 or 5 months earlier. So, you know, but like I said, this is not uncommon, man. One thing about JPrince, he gon', you know what I'm saying, he gon' make you respect him and stuff like that. Now, I don't necessarily agree with, you know what I'm saying, getting physical with somebody, but I understand, bro, when somebody playing with your name, playing with your brand and stuff like that, you do want to prove a point that, man, this ain't nothing to play with. And especially someone like JPrince, who has a lot of pride, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's really not uncommon for him to do these type of things. I don't know about today, but I know back in the day, it was always stories about JPrince handling business just like this. So at the end of the day, man, I just wanted to get on here and speak on that, man, you know, because it is some truth to how JPrince did business back in the day. But as always, if you like the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. That way I get more of this content out to you guys. And as always, appreciate y'all for tapping in. 100.